Good evening. Hopefully somebody's out there can give me a mic check while we wait for Mr. Broke to show up. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing with this thing. Hopefully, learning, finding out the right way to do things. Let's see. Yeah, we can see those good. Hey, Kunky, how are you? Are you able to hear me? Playing around with my camera. I had to rebuild my computer yesterday, so I'm trying to make sure I actually have everything working. Humboldt Picker, good evening, sir. Can I get a mic check? Playing around with some different setups, so hopefully you can hear me. Great, playing with new toys. Yeah, well, it's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. I'm hoping this one will be easy enough for me to start off with. This is just a hitch pin from Harbor Freight, of all places. It's a little 4-pin dimple lock, I believe. And it just pops the pin out. It is key retaining. And you put it back in, it snaps it back in. And after I learn and kind of get accustomed to things, then I'm going to move on to this Agent LS5. Will be my next great challenge. Get some different stuff so I can move my lights around and make my lighting better. That'll be the next one. Ground fog, good evening. Yeah, I like this microphone I've got. This thing seems to work very, very well. Right? A Dimple from Harbor Freight. Who knew it? Yeah, they actually have this small one, and then they actually have a larger one as well that is Dimple. And I knew I had one. I didn't know what it was. I had these keys laying in my truck, and I've been scrambling my head trying to figure out what the hell they were. So I went into Harbor Freight to buy a Dimple lock, and I found this, and I saw the key, and I was like, that's what it is. Now I just got to find it. Yeah, who'd have thunk it, right? Yeah, let's see if we can zoom in and get this thing to focus on that key for you. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. That autofocus just does not like the up close and personal stuff. So, come on. I'm trying. I'm trying, guys, to get that thing in focus. It does not like it, though. Playing with the manual focus mode now. Manual focus. There we go. I hit it wrong way. All right, let's see. Oh, no. Oh, we're getting close. Yeah, it's hard to get that in proper focus and zoomed in enough to see a whole lot, but it appears to me, if I'm reading this right, 1, 2, 3, 4 dimples, I believe. So, yeah, who'd have thunk it? But I know little to nothing about what I'm doing, so Mr. Broke was gracious enough to say he could hop on and try and teach me. And local brew. Ooh, there I go. Haven't even started drinking yet, and I'm already spilling. Thank God for a pinning mat, right? My word, alcohol abuse in the house. Should have shown that before I opened the can. New house. How the heck are you? There was somebody else on his live that wanted to join in on this tonight to help with instruction, but neither one of us today could remember who the heck it was. So we got somebody who is a Dimple master. Come on in. So I don't know if any of you guys know. Let me see. I'm looking at my Dimple flags here. I'm thinking it will be. Do I want to come in up here above the pins and down? Or do I come from below the pins going up? Which way is the best way to attack them? Does that make sense? What I'm asking? Yeah, it was the dangest thing the other day. I took apart my lock lab to clean it up and organize. I know it doesn't look like it because I still got locks everywhere, but hey, who doesn't? But I got more room for activities. But anyway, I unhooked everything. I moved my computer, which sat up here on top of my desk, moved it to the floor, sat it down, hooked everything up. Wouldn't boot. And I mean, I went through every repair process I could come up with, everything I could think of. I could get to a command prompt and I could dive through it and I could see all my files, look at the drives, scan the hard disks, no problem. Solid state drives too, as well. So no spinning disks in there. It would not friggin' boot. Well, yeah, and I know where the pins are. I mean, I can show you that in there. I was just curious, so let me just do this so I can show you a little bit closer, baby. Maybe, baby. Zoom in on that. So there you see the pins, right? So what I'm curious about is, do I want to come from below like this and pick them across? Or do I want to come from above them, because my pick does fit down through above them, and pick them across this way? That's kind of what I'm curious about. Which way should I go? Which way makes the most sense? Does it really matter? I don't know. Sees do, you are lurking, huh? Sure, the lurker has arrived. The lurker in chief. How are you, dude? Do. Whatever feel works. Whatever works. And I don't know, I don't have a whole lot of experience with Dimple locks, but this one's a little bit different. It's actually pretty tight, spring loaded on this shackle. And when you get it over, it kicks this out and it retains the key. It's locked. You can't do anything until you reinsert the hasp and then pops it back over. Oh, let me play with my camera a little bit. I know, don't screw with yet, right? do. That's why, that's what this whole thing is supposed to be about, is teaching me some things, because I know little to nothing about dimples. I know they go sideways, but as far as how to work the tools to pick them, I couldn't tell you anything. Because I get in here and I'm not feeling jack diddly on those pins, which, because that's what I was wondering, if I should be tensioning it here at the bottom and doing here, or if I should get something different and tension it from the top and come, this way with the tension and then come up from below. I don't know if that would give me better feedback. So I got to get it in there first and behind that first pin, which is a pain. Coming this way, it seems to be really tough to get in behind that pin. Coming this way, it drops in much better. Hair clip makes a great rake. Well, eventually I'll get to, yeah, but on this one, I don't really have a choice, because all the pins are on this side and the core has to turn this way in order to come out. So I don't really have a choice on which way I'm going to set my tension versus which way I pick it, because it only turns in one direction. There we go. That's a little better tension wrench for it. And I was out trap shooting tonight. I'm on a trap league. It was sprinkling on us a little bit. Talk about perfect timing. I got home just before the rain started coming in earnest. So I'm glad I got done when I did. Dong, dong, dong. See, I'm not even feeling the dang pins in this thing. So I don't know. I'll have to try that at some point, though, raking it. Be kind of an interesting rake. Here, as I can tell, laying down in there aren't any pins on the opposite side of the world. It's all one-sided. It looks like it's 4 pins. Leave it up to Broke to be late. Knowing him, he fell asleep. Who else is a wizard at Dimple Locks that wants to help teach me the error of my ways? because I have absolutely no clue. I am truly just fiddle farting in here, stabbing away. But I want to get a little bit familiar and something a little easier before I dive into this beast. This stupid thing's got pins down both sides, 12 pins in total. What a lock. That thing just feels amazing. Let me know when rake night is. Well, tonight might be rake night. Another great. I'm trying to learn dimples a little bit. I was supposed to have somebody hopping on with me tonight to help teach me the error of my ways and get me at least halfway started and understanding what the hell I'm doing. I am always interested in any guidance in what the heck I might be doing or doing wrong or can do different. Tips and tricks of the trade, as it were. I love dimples. That's what I hear everybody say, man, is that they love dimples. Just not on locks. That's a good one. Well, this made for a pretty cheap dimple lock to get as a starter there, Dean. And I have one extra set of these dimple picks. Right? Yeah, this is all I have. I have this, and then I have that agent. And I think I really ought to get a little familiarity before I dive into one of that quality or that level. Of all the places to get a dimple lock, who'd have thunk it? Harbor Freight. It's a hitch pin. Hey, Mr. Sushi, how the heck are you, sir? It is Harbor Freight. They actually have two. They have this little one, and then they have a considerably larger one. Actually, they might have had three, but this is one that I've had for quite some time. So, just a little 4-pin, it looks like, from the key. So, hey, thought that'd be a good one to start off with. Maybe it's such a poor quality lock that it's going to kill me. I think it was like $11, and that was kind of the same price for either one, whether it was the large one or the small one. I think they were the same price. So, yeah. Oh, that's better. Bragger, Nola. Mine's a grower, not a shower. Leave me alone. I was telling some of these guys earlier, I redid my lock lab the other night and got everything moved, and I relocated my computer from on top of my desk to under the desk. That sucker would not boot. And man, I tried every trick in the book, right down to doing a recovery restore. Nope, could not repair it. Couldn't repair the boot. I could get to it from a command prompt, and I could view all my files. I could look at the drive, but I could not get that sucker to boot. So I finally gave up and re-imaged it. So I've been busy setting everything up. Yeah, it's not a very big keyway, that's for sure. It's, I mean, if I'm reading it right, it's a 4-pin. So all right, who's the Dimple guru that's going to hop in here and instruct me? Come on, guys, I need help. Didn't know Grinder paid. That's a good one. Well, that could very well be. There could be one more out here at the end. But like you said, it's a max left. Yeah, actually, I can see the mark on the key. You are correct, Mundo. Okay, that's got me questioning, Dean. What are you doing out there searching Grinder? Dimpler now. Oh, Lord. I am getting nowhere in a hurry. Right? That's exactly what I was wondering. And I'm getting some pin clickings going on here, which I think is a good sign. I've got cats over there screaming about something. We listen and we don't judge. Oh, yeah, you do. I have heard you guys in action, dude. Let me get my hand a break here. I'll bite that shit. All right. So while I give my hands a quick break, I want to show you this. I was playing with my 3D printer. I'm waiting for the magnets to show up, but it is a hinged fold shut case. We'll have magnets that'll hold it, mag lock to latch it shut for multi-pick. Got for tension wrenches, and then all your different tools down through it. Thought that'll be kind of cool when it's done. And they fit in there quite nicely, actually. I roast. So that's what I was playing with earlier today, making that baby print. don't think I brought enough beer down here. I'm telling you. I don't think I brought enough beer. Sounds like it's raining again. Yeah, it's pretty cool, dude. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited. I've got magnets coming for it. That might go into my 250 giveaway for the that pick set, multi-pick set that I've got. But it opens up. Those little babies just snap right on in there, and there'll be magnets down inside of each cubby to hold them in. And then just magnet it shut. You can drop it in your pocket and take a little kit with you. So it just pops up the tip, pull them out. So yeah, that was kind of cool. Takes a crap ton of magnets, like 20 magnets going to go inside of that thing. So I like to have fun with that 3D printer. It's been kind of a good time. Yeah, you got the thunder rolling out there. Storming away. You know, the part I thought was interesting with that case, 44 Delta just put out their new handles that they say are for Southern Specialties and multi-pick. But my Southern Specialties picks don't fit in that case. They're just a tad bit wider. The slots are too tight. Ooh. Look at that. Holy crap-oly. Now if I can just repeat that more than once. So that I can actually understand what the hell I just did. So I want to get halfway proficient at this one, and then I'll move on to, right? That's what I said. Now if I can do it again. To that agent. That one's going to be I do believe, a bit of a challenge. Unfortunately, Dean, I think it was. So doesn't that microphone just do an awesome job if you can hear the clicks? Because seriously, that mic is over a foot away. There it is. Oh. Woohoo! Twice. I am on a roll. Hey, not too dead. How the heck are you, sir? Yeah, this microphone I got my hands on is pretty freaking ridiculous. Yeah, but you know, who wants to just crank on it like that? I want to try and learn to use a little finesse and not just heavy-handed. Knowing my luck, I'd completely and totally screw everything up doing it. That's 3 times now, though, by the way. Hey, Matt's Luck Shop, Delbert Alexander. How the hell is everybody doing tonight? Well, I was hoping because I normally have got the so right in front of me here. I've got 2 monitors, and before I've had the microphone sitting right between the monitors. But I wanted to bring the monitors closer together. It's a little easier to see and read everything, so I moved it off to the side over here. And then I played with the gain a little bit. I think the gain was maybe set a little too high to begin with, but it's a stupidly nice microphone. I really like how it works. Well, hey, ho, hey. Yes, there is a dimple lock for you. There's a dimple lock is for all of us dummies. It's right here. That's why I figured it'd be a good one to start with. Not a lot of pins. They're all on one side. Spontaneous disintegration. How the heck are you, sir? Nice to do one in an evening once in a while, huh? I don't do that stuff very often. I'm an early bird, and the wife gets mad at me if I'm off playing too much in the evenings. So, you know, I get it. But when the cat's away, the little mousey can play a little bit. Can't be on too long. I still got shit to get done tonight. Well, considering I don't have anything to compare them to, they're not that bad. You know, I've heard really good things from a lot of people on them. A lot of guys are saying you need to polish them up. I have not polished these yet. Ah, Lordy. But they're not horrible. You know. Oh, let's focus on that close. They don't look bad. Well, maybe a little polish wouldn't do them any hurt, but they're not half bad. It's a pretty decent set. So, right? You know, they're hell of a lot cheaper than buying multi-pick or much of any of the other ones that I've looked at. So I figured for a starter set to start trying to learn it a little bit. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. I am glad to hear that it is picking up and letting you guys hear the clicks. That's what I want, right? I want you to hear it clicking and ticking. That's what I was saying to these guys earlier. My mic is, heck, it's over a foot away from me right now. So I'm really surprised it's picking up the clicks. It's that good. Mark Carter, good evening, sir. How are you? I'm still looking for the Dimple Master that wants to get on here and help explain things and talk things over because I certainly don't know anything. I am just grasping at straws in here and getting lucky. If I can only get another open. My goodness. Oh, there we got one. Whew. I don't know. It's interesting feeling those picks from the side. That is just a totally different feeling, isn't it, guys? That is just a crazy. Crazy as can be. Having fun playing with weird locks lately. You know, that Mindy, that thing was fun. I don't want to jack it up, so I might be done picking on that one. This thing now, this is kind of fun. Interesting. You don't know Dimples or you'd help. I met a Dimples once, but that wouldn't help me with this any. Yeah, I don't think I've seen you on before, have I, Mark? Have you been on any of my shows or my lives before? I'm usually an early morning live kind of guy, so there is that. Autocorrect will kill you every damn time, won't it? Does me anyway. I've had some pretty doggone comical. Oh, that's right. You're the one from Finland, Minnesota. Now I remember. See? Whew. I might not have much of a memory, but once in a while I remember some things. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you betcha. Oofta, fida, ishtameda, all that good stuff, you know. Got my lefse grilled right over here in the corner. Yeah, don't you know? Yeah. I've got it from both sides of the family. My mom's side is Norwegian and my dad's side is Swedish. So where are you at, Mr. Ryan? I think I've asked you that before, but early morning is early afternoon for you. Well, that probably works out all right then. So what is this? This is kind of late night for you? Yeah, oofta. Oofta's right. I used to hear that one a lot. Oofta. I still do. My mom still uses it. I still catch myself. And I got my wife doing it too, and it cracks me up because she's just, oh, why am I talking like this? Every time I go back to visit my family, she comes back speaking something. What am I doing? It's funny. Oofta, you know, ishta, fida. All that good jazz, you know. Yeah. Feels like I should be dropping this thing more than I am. It's like I'm twisting the keyway back a little bit and dropping it. Atlantic Canada. Oh, okay. All righty. I gotcha. Wish I could remember the name of the town. I was supposed to travel over there one time for work to some mine right up on the coast. Never got there though. My boss threw a fit and said he wasn't paying me to travel the country. Even though I technically didn't work direct for him, I worked for the corporate side of the world, but such is life. California. California here. Oh. Don't California my Wyoming. There's all kinds of shirts going around now saying Wyoming doesn't exist. And I think, right? I was going to fly, but even that, it was going to be with layovers and everything. It was almost a 24 hours worth of travel just to get there. It was kind of ridiculous, but the guy they ended up sending came out of Salt Lake City, Utah, so not really any closer. I know that is insane what's going on out there. But I'm sorry. I'm not wanting to get political or anything, but the way that the governor and the mayor out there are treating this is absolute garbage. I hear a cat screaming. He walks around the house and he yowls all the time. He's annoying. Ooh. Yeah. The only advantage he had coming out of Utah is he had a bigger airport. I have a little tiny puddle jumper airport, so I had a lot of little connecting flights. In order to get there, I had to fly. Oh man, I think it was from here to Denver, Colorado, and then up straight north into Canada, and then another flight across. And each change was into a smaller and smaller plane. Every once in a while, I think I'm snagging on my tension wrench. Hey, Chuck Soup. Mr. Broke never showed up, so if I got somebody else who wants to hop in here and help guide and instruct me, I've gotten it open like 3 times now. But then now, I can't get anywhere. The Governor. They were probably better off when they had the Governor. Maybe. I don't know. You'd think coming from where he came from, he would have had a better understanding of taking care of things too than he did, but he didn't do bad. Can't say much. Growing up in Minnesota's not far behind. Holy Toledo. Ooh. Yeah, don't see that in small towns. Yeah, right. Yeah, very close, unfortunately. It's kind of like it's the same way in Colorado, right? Denver, Colorado area controls the entire state. Minneapolis, St. Paul area controls the entire state. Yeah, 90 passengers bigger than what I started out with here At that point, we had turboprops out of here, and I think they held 24 passengers. But then Denver got in a bigger plane, then up to Canada, then went to a smaller plane, and finally, the last one was actually a private plane to take you actually to the mine itself, because that's the only way to get there was to fly in and actually land at the mine. And I was supposed to do that while at the same point transporting with me about $1 million worth of hardware. I wish I could have went. It would have been fun. I like Montreal steak seasoning. Black's barbecue seasoning, man. That's the best shit. That stuff is amazing. Why can't you go camping? Camping not allowed anymore? Oh, good grief. That wouldn't be good. Well, I'm glad you were able to just do that and walk away. The only thing you got to be careful of, pepper spray does not work on everybody. Yeah, Portland. Ugh. Oh. I need some more dimple locks, because I really don't think I'm ready to tackle that yet. He had a bad day. I didn't. Yeah, no doubt. I've been pepper sprayed. It is no fun. In training, by the way, in training. Not, not because I was doing something naughty. Yeah, I've grown pretty fond of it out here. Kind of like it. Kind of like the fact that I can go hop on a highway and take off and drive for a couple hours and not meet another car. Hit the back roads and not see anybody for a day, 2 days. It's pretty sweet. You know, we had to go through training and we all had to get sprayed. And we had a couple different guys that it didn't slow them down one bit. So it is what it is, right? It's just like everything. It doesn't always work. Boston. Never been to Boston. I was supposed to go to New Jersey next week, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to cancel that trip. Hey, I'm getting halfway decent at this thing. Halfway decent. What's another good dimple lock I can get to help me work up to this? What's something that'll fall in between the worlds? Yep. Yeah, you got plenty of moose. You might run into some elk. Lots of antelope. You got to watch them little peckers because they're just too damn fast. They just come flying out of nowhere. And I had to go through the lovely gas house in the military. Tear gas house. Oof, that was no fun. Make you take your mask off once you're in there and recite shit, do push-ups, all kinds of crap. Come out, snot running everywhere. Multi-lock 7x7. 7x7. Does that mean 14 pins in that multi-lock? I don't want to go that crazy because that's more than what I got to work on over here. Dude, Dimple Master Lock. I might have to look that one up. That might be a good one to check out. Abus EC 7530. I don't know that one. I'll look that up. But if I'm reading what you're saying right on that multi-lock, that might be even more difficult than what I've got. Well, I figured 7x7, it was 7 down each side, because see, that's what this thing is. This is 6 down each side, I believe. No. Yeah, it's 12 pins total in here. I had an antelope fly up out of the ditch right into the side of my car once. That was pretty wild. I had that happen twice now. Once ran right into my driver's door. And then I had one here just a few years ago now. Brand new pickup. Hadn't even had it a week yet. It came flying up out of the ditch and right into the back fender. Barely left a mark. If you didn't know where to look, you wouldn't even know what had happened. But it threw him under the wheels and killed him. So ABBA 14 pin. Yeah. Like I said, this is a Agent. What was it? An LS5. That's a 14 pin. Dimple in that one. It's a beautiful lock. I think that one ought to be fun. It ought to be fun, peoples. The ECs are really fun but tricky. You need small dimple picks to get in. What's an EC? Did I miss something? Sushi's in the house. Yep. What did I miss? What's an EC? Right? Exactly. I didn't hit him. Promise. And then it's so weird here in Wyoming. And I don't know, maybe it's the same way where you're at, but growing up in Minnesota, if somebody hit a deer, well, you just pulled your gun out and you finished it off if it was laying in the ditch suffering. You can go to jail in Wyoming if you do that. You have to leave it, and Game and Fish or law enforcement has to be the one to come do it, which means an animal might have to lay there and suffer for an hour or longer before anybody can even get there. So I always thought that was kind of shitty. They've recently changed the law here now. If you hit one with your car, you're allowed to take it if you want it. Sweet, I'm buying a junker. I'm going hunting tonight. Yeah, you can hear now. It didn't used to be. You could, if Game and Fish is the one who showed up, you could ask and they could give you a special pass to be able to take it if you wanted. But the Abus EC series, I gotcha. Abus. Got a handful of Abus locks now I've been playing with. They're kind of fun. Right. I've got that one Abus that's got the, right now it has a Schlag SC1 keyway in it. I can't pick that thing unless I have it in a vise. In hand, I can't get it. I put it in a vise, I can pop it open. There you go. Local little brewery. Balmer Mountain from Blacktooth Brewing Company. It is a most wonderful amber ale. Love that stuff. Nice. Blacktail. Yeah, we don't have blacktail here. We have mule deer here and whitetail. And then northern Minnesota, where I grew up, is whitetail only. And I think it's the minerals in the ground. So what I've found is in Wyoming, the antlers tend to get larger than what we had in Minnesota, but the bodies in Minnesota are freaking massive. Those blacktail look pretty cool. That'd be kind of fun. 12 yards away. Yeah, and I can say that. So we drop down on those two. There's a pretty substantial difference in the, all right, we'll just go over here, fine. Bite me. Pretty substantial difference in the keyways between these two locks. I gotta zoom out just a hair there. This one's just nice, straight, wide open. This is the Agent. That's the Harbor Freight. Yeah, that's what I'm picking. This is a Harbor Freight hitch pin. That's what I'm playing with. Figured to be, I already had it, so I didn't have to go buy one, but figured to be a good one to start with and kind of get a feel for it. Understand what it's doing to me, even though I'm really not understanding what it's doing to me, but I'm trying hard. Yeah, I think they're both the same size keyway and the same pins. It's just a smaller. Well, this one's a lot smaller. The other one's a lot bigger, a lot longer. So like I said, I already had this one. I have no idea what I bought it for because I don't have anything that has that small of a hitch on it. But yeah, well, the occasional antelope, man. We've got antelope here by the hundreds. And stupid fast critters, man. It's amazing how fast they can run. I think the larger is a 6 pin instead of 5. That could be. Could be. The keys looked identical, so I wasn't sure. I was just looking at them on the shelf, and that's when I was like, oh, I know that key. So yeah, I've got to have one of those hiding in my truck somewhere. So I went digging and I found it. One of my underfloor cubbies are laid. Country boys can survive. One of my favorite songs growing up. Did an awful lot of back roads drinking and partying to that. Good old Hank. Yeah. Yeah. Now, let's see if I can feel any pin action in this thing. I don't know if I'm. And how do you know when you're picking on a lock like this? Oh, and I should be going. I can go either way with this, but how do you know which side should you start picking when you've got double rows, right or left? Oh, I do too, but well, not always. If I'm off up in the mountains or something, I might detach from a trailer, so I want to have my hitch locked up so it doesn't walk away. And I got a screaming deal on one of those here a bit ago. Somebody on Facebook put up an aluminum drop hitch receiver with multiple balls for it and the whole works. He had never used it, bought it because he thought he was going to have it. Never used it once, got it for $20. Yeah, this one doesn't have any top pins. It's just sides. Just the sides. And that's what I'm kind of guessing. You kind of have to do one side, then hit the other side, then back to the first side, and rotate back and forth right as you work your way through it. Is that what am I guessing right? No, they're not cheap at all. It's a very nice one. It's got a nice hard carry case for it. I think 4 different balls in there, and it came with all of the key lock pins and attachments for it. Yeah, it was a screaming deal. That's where I was like, yep, I can't get to your house fast enough for that one. Back and forth and back and forth. Never picked anything with this many freaking pins in it. Ever. I had a conversation today with Southern Specialties a little bit about working with an overseas distributor. I think that went all right. See what we can work out. And I should have here in the next few days. Ooh, your Master Lock 19 showed up today. Sweet, Sushi. That'll be cool. I'll be looking forward to checking out your videos on that thing. But I've got my deep hook dog legs. The first run of those are printed out or cut out. Going to be on the way here in the next day or two. So I'll be able to check those out. Yeah, I've got quite a few masters, but no 19s. Yeah, you never know, man. Got to keep an eye out on those things because you just never know what the heck you're going to find out there. It is downright crazy what some people will sell and how cheap they'll sell it. So, what you got? Any big plans, Sushi, for that lock? Hey, Mr. Zoe or Ms. Zoe, how the heck are you? Shouldn't say Mr. I don't know. I have never talked to you. It might be perfect timing. Well, come on. Come here. Come on. Yeah. Come here. Come on. Oh. Just for you, Zoe. Here he is. Yeah. How are you, Gizmo? How are you, Gizzies? Yeah. You checking it out? You gonna steal my picks again? Nope. It's like, nope, I don't want anything to do with you tonight. Don't cheat on your wife. Worst part was only. That's funny. Now, if you know what it is and you know what they're asking, you can still say, "Yep, I'll take it." All right. Well, I didn't want to make any assumptions there, Zoe. Zoe the kitty cat. You know, get yourself in trouble making assumptions these days. So this is really Saturday. Hey, you missed my live the other day where I had what was he? Maybe 7-week-old kitten on making his debut. Not mine. I was just kitty sitting. Yeah, it's not Saturday, but the wife's out of town, so I figured I could play a little bit. Not going to play too long, though. Jeez, oh, Pete. I feel absolutely nothing in this thing. Nothing. Aseo S5, huh? Yeah, it's going to take me a bit to figure that one out. That one's a little much for me yet, unfortunately. I'll get there. I will get there. Eventually. I'm sure of it. There we are. And my goodness. Need this one. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I will be doing one Saturday this week. My wife got some kind of bad health news, and she's actually in Texas right now with her mom at a cancer center, and they're doing a biopsy on my wife. So she wants me to come down to be there for the results. So I might be flying out Friday. Good chance there's nothing in it. Yeah, you never know. Hey, that's what I'm working on right now is a Harbor Freight hitch pin, Dimple lock. I wish I could say easy pick, but hey. Lock Junkie, how are you, good sir? I shipped off a package of stickers to somebody that's going to go in with another package that's going to be headed your way, Mr. Lock Junkie. So it's on the road. Went out today. Woohoo! Ultra Sherlock based. Nice. I don't think I own enough locks to try and do that, let alone enough that I could pick in that amount of time. Right? That's just it. You got to have ones that you can open them up pretty dang quick. And I have ones I can open up quick, just not enough of them to do that. Well, this is my first foray into dimples, so I'm trying to learn the ins and outs of the picks and ins and outs of how to tension them. So I dug out, I had a cheap Harbor Freight dimple lock that I'm playing with first. Try and get familiar with it, and then I'll start working on my agent. So that's the plan anyway. We shall see. You've never seen who in a live before? Humboldt? Me? What am I up to? Am I doing them too early in the morning for you? I do them every weekend. Yeah, right. That's kind of where I'm at with that agent. Like, holy cow, man, that's a lot of honking pins, dude. Yeah. That's just like this thing. I've got this American core in it. And it's just such a big, awkward beast. I've yet been able to pick that one in hand either. I can pick it in a vise. Oh, Lock Junkie. Yeah, right. Right. I think I've seen him on a live once or twice maybe, but yeah, not very often. Sounds like a challenge there, Lock Junkie. Feel like hopping on, talking with me for a few? 5 each side and 4 on top. See, that'd be a whole nother world, dude. Oh, yeah, right. I got to work in the morning too, so I can't be on here too long tonight. But thanks for dropping by there, Zoe. You have a marvelous evening. I'll throw you a link there, Lock Junkie. That way they can't say they've never encountered you on a live. Yeah, whatever. You know what they say about excuses, right? What, buddy? What? What you want? Yeah? You want to come up and say hi? You're a silly cat. Yeah, you are. That's kind of the way I've moved on from that agent again, because I tried it a little bit, and man, I'm just not feeling squat in there. That's why you just got to grab the milk by the raw container. If you get what I'm saying. What? You don't want up. You just want to hound me. Cats, man, I'm telling you. Sweet beanies, man. Yep, get them in. I've got 7 entries. And if I need to do an update video on that and get the links put out there for everybody to see. I don't know, man. Cows can be a lot of work. They can be a pain in the royal ass. They truly, truly can. Well, I got a little bit of a feel for this thing, so I'm at least heading down the right road. I might have to make it a little shorter than usual live tonight, guys, just because I've got other crap I need to get done yet tonight. But I appreciate everybody hopping in here with me and watching me struggle. I'd like to close it out on one more open. We'll see if that happens, though. Two giveaways. Sweet beans, dude. You are doing 2 giveaways? Oh, there we go. Another open. Most excellent, dudes. Right? And send you the stuff. Makes it a lot easier that way, right? But just send it all to me. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. If you guys are a little later hopping in, this is going to get added to my giveaway. I'm waiting for the magnets to show up. 3D printed this today. It's a hinge open case designed for multi-pick. It's got a spot for tension wrenches, gobs and gobs of magnets to hold the tools and hold the case shut. So that's going to get added into the mix. I think it turned out pretty cool. Anxious to see how it looks once the magnets get here and I get those embedded in it. So there you go. Your nightly dose of goodness, dudes and dudesettes and dudes everybody's and dude abides. That's funny. I'm glad he picked them up. Oops, look at that. Took it right off of there. Nothing but the finest in Harbor Freight quality. Yeah, I did too. I saw it on his. Actually, that's where I got it. And I was like, ooh, I got to go look and see if I can find that. That'd be cool to add into my giveaway. So, right? There's plenty of room, you know. I could throw a sticker on there like so. Yeah, might have to do that. Might have to do that. Throw a sticker on one side of it. Maybe one of these holographics. That'd kind of go cool on there. Yeah. We will see as we get closer. All right, everybody, man. Thank you, one and all, for stopping, for joining in. Do me a favor, smack that like on the way out. Would appreciate it. And on to the next biggest and baddest of them all. Don't knock over my stuff. Now he's trying to tip over my light. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks again. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have a marvelous evenings.